Please don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of new daily videos.
I was riding high. Fresh out of a brutal 6-month grind, my team and I had just delivered Project Chimera, a revolutionary AI integration that significantly boosted our company's market position. I was a junior executive, and this was my baby. The deadline was insane, the resources tight, but I pushed through, often bending internal protocols to make it happen. My direct supervisor, Lionel, had been outwardly supportive. He'd wink and say things like, "Whatever it takes to get it done, champ. Just keep it quiet." He knew I was streamlining processes, sometimes using personal accounts for large data transfers to bypass slow corporate systems, or bringing in a niche consultant on a handshake deal before formal approval to accelerate critical development. He even praised my innovative problem-solving in team meetings. The project launched, we hit every metric, and the C-suite was thrilled. Then came the meeting with HR and compliance, spearheaded by Lionel. Suddenly, my innovative problem-solving was a litany of serious policy violations: unauthorized data storage, bypassing procurement, potential liability risks. Lionel sat there, impassive, as my name was dragged through the mud. I was blindsided. No warning, no internal discussion, just a formal report from him detailing every rule break he'd tacitly approved. The fallout was severe. My year-end bonus evaporated, a formal reprimand went into my file, and I was temporarily sidelined from leading future high-profile projects. When I cornered Lionel later, demanding an explanation, he just shrugged, a smirk playing on his lips. "Look, you made choices. Now you have to suffer the consequences of those choices." The words stung, burning deep, fueled by his betrayal. He walked away, leaving me to pick up the pieces while he basked in the glory of Project Chimera's success, having taken full credit for its delivery. I transferred departments shortly after, needing a change of scenery, but the sting of Lionel's betrayal never faded. I stewed on his words for months. "You made choices, now you have to suffer the consequences." I vowed that one day he would eat those words. I watched him from a distance, seeing him continue his rise, always eager to take credit and deflect blame. I knew his type, an opportunist, a schemer who would inevitably repeat his patterns. All I needed was for him to slip up, and I knew exactly what kind of slip-up would seal his fate. My plan wasn't about vengeance, it was about justice. It required patience, observation, and an understanding of corporate policy, especially around confidentiality. I waited for the day he'd try to act like the cool manager again, only to throw someone else under the bus, and crucially, confide in the wrong person about it. My opportunity came nearly a year later. I heard whispers about a critical client data integration project led by a promising junior analyst named Eliza, who now reported directly to Lionel. The project hit a snag, a particularly tricky data migration that threatened to delay everything. Lionel, true to form, started pressuring Eliza to find creative solutions to hit the deadline, implying that bending a few data handling protocols might be acceptable if it meant success. Sounded familiar, didn't it? A few weeks later, disaster struck. There was a significant data integrity issue, not a breach, but a major accidental corruption during the migration process, traced back to a shortcut Eliza had taken under pressure. She was devastated. The compliance team launched an immediate, highly confidential investigation. About 2 days into the investigation, I received a private internal message from Lionel. He claimed he was just checking in and offering a heads-up, but his true intent was clear: to distance himself and subtly boast about how he was managing the situation. His message read, "Hey, heard you were asking about the Vance situation. Just wanted to let you know Eliza's facing some pretty serious disciplinary action for that data integrity mess on the Atlas project. Looks like a clear case of protocol bypass causing major client data issues. She really stepped over the line. HR and legal are all over it, big consequences coming her way. Tough break for her, but these things happen when people don't follow the rules." These things happen when people don't follow the rules. Oh, the irony. This was it. Not only was he explicitly detailing confidential HR legal proceedings against a subordinate, but he was also doing it to a third party, me, who had no direct involvement in the current project or investigation. It was a blatant violation of our company's strict employee confidentiality and professional conduct policies, far more clear-cut than anything he'd pinned on me. I calmly saved the message, took a screenshot, and then forwarded the entire exchange directly to our head of HR with a succinct note. Confidentiality breach regarding employee disciplinary action. Please see below. The wheels of corporate justice turned slowly, but inexorably. I didn't hear anything for weeks, but I knew the severity of Lionel's transgression. Discussing an ongoing, confidential HR legal investigation, especially detailing specific findings and pending disciplinary actions, was a cardinal sin in our company. It exposed the company to potential lawsuits from Eliza, showed gross unprofessionalism, and undermined the entire integrity of the compliance process. Then about 2 months later, I saw him. Lionel, looking haggard, was clearing out his desk in what used to be our department. He approached me tentatively, his usual swagger replaced by a defeated slump. He looked me dead in the eye, his voice barely a whisper. "I know it was you," he started, his voice cracking. "That message, you sent it to HR, didn't you? They investigated, said I violated every confidentiality policy in the book. I'm out, fired. Lost my severance, my accrued vacation, everything. My reputation is shot. I probably won't find another management role in this city." He paused, a flicker of his old arrogance returning, tinged with desperation. "Why? We could have handled this differently. You didn't have to ruin my career over that." I looked at him, feeling a deep, satisfying calm settle over me. The circle was complete. I just let his words hang in the air for a moment, then met his gaze with an unwavering stare. "Lionel," I said, my voice steady and clear, echoing his own words back to him perfectly. "You made choices, and now you have to suffer the consequences of those choices." And with that, I turned and walked away.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button to like it. And please do subscribe to support the channel.